constantly. They haven't disconnected from that part of themselves. We have disconnected from it. They don't know how to disconnect. They just are in the moment, in the present, whether it be the dogs or the horses. It's all one set of wiring that just works together. It's one of the tools that we teach people to start to operate and perceive and be in the world in a different way. Once you start to understand this, and the tools that we'll share are to actually feel and experience this connection. And it's fun to do with people, and it's also really powerful to do with the horses, because they are much clearer about the fact that sometimes we will have a facade put up. Because we're not paying attention to this, we have to have coping skills to deal with the fact that people come into our space, that if we knew how to set boundaries, or we were more sensitive to ourselves, we would have ways of keeping them at a certain distance, or looking after ourselves more healthily by keeping our space clear. And so we deal with coping skills by putting up a facade of, I'm feeling fine, this is all great. And in fact, underneath, your whole body system doesn't want to be in that situation. It wants to look after itself in a different way, and usually by simply not facing the person, by standing beside them rather than in front of them, that kind of thing. So we're constantly living with this stressor of dealing with the fact that we are this sensitive electronic system that is constantly being stimulated, and not able to relax because of our culture and because of our conditioning. I just want to talk a little bit about how the horses work within a group, because it's such a lovely example of how we can work collaboratively together. So they have this outer layer. So if they're in a group, which they would normally be in their natural environment, they're going to have their physical body, and then they have their personal space, and then there's another horse here, and it has the same thing. And what happens is they make an agreement with other herd members as to their roles within the group. And energetically, what happens is these lines seem to blur, and they create an awareness for all of themselves within this circular space. So that it's very effective, because even within this, not every individual is going to be on alert as to looking out for things in the environment. They will have one member who has usually has the wiring, has the personality to say, I'm going to be the watcher, and they will be the ones that get aroused first by some information coming into their environmental layer, and so their head will go up, their adrenaline will pump, and these ones will feel that, but they won't necessarily respond. This one will be the one that possibly, usually, trots forward, probably to this layer, and goes, I need to assess what's going on here. And if this, in fact, is probably actually what's going on is a coyote or a pack of wolves or whatever is going along here. They've come to the environmental layer. If they're hungry, they're going to pretend to be nonchalantly kind of just going through the woods. Meanwhile, they're actually sizing up which is, so they're picking up the information from the herd. So there's a weakling down here, or a baby, and they're going, ooh, yep, there's the one we want. And we're having a strategy because we have a pack and we have leadership, and we're going to figure out how to get to this one. This one is going, but meanwhile, they're just trotting along, soft body language, nonchalant. They're not staring like this. This one's going, I can feel that your intention is actually that you're focusing here. So it's an equal playing field when you think about it. So this one would then go, it would probably snort or do something, and it would alert, so its entire electrical system would alert the others, which are all connected to it. Boom, they all respond together and move. So it doesn't have to go, Freddie, George, Libby, Bert, you know, hello, wake up, like get out of your offices, come on, move, get out of here. It just goes, whoa, feeling, they're all like, okay, we'll call this one Jack. Jack says it's time to move, and we don't question Jack, because that's Jack's job. So we're out of here. And so little Maggie gets to live, and these guys, you know, get to go off and focus on someone else. So the same scenario, different scenario, but same, you know, different day, same scenario, except that the pack of coyotes have just had a beautiful feast of a moose. And so they are just nonchalantly walking past, and they're like, oh, there's the horses. And so Jack will go, yep, we're fine. Carry on grazing. No problem. So there's been, you know, this group doesn't all have to be on alert. They're not individuals all looking after themselves. They're an entire circle of beings that are being looked after by connecting with each other. They're a team. Yes, they are. Thank you. I like your interjections. They're awesome.